500 credits.
That the one.
Notes.
Then
Oh,
we
the note.
killed some guys.
Yeah, you found your way over to Kurt's apartment and then brutally murdered people.
Yeah!
To be fair, they started it.
This
So
is true.
it's acceptable. Kind of.
I'm sure the police will see it that way.
It's the po-po.
I mean, what can the po-po do?
Arrest you?
We can shoot them too.
Alright. So we'll pick back up the session basically immediately after combat has ended. So you sort of look down the corridor beneath you, seeing John Lancaster finish off the last of the few gangers. Doesn't look like any of them have actually survived. There's like various dismembered body parts that now line the hall. It's pretty blood-stained here and there. And then I believe you, Tracy, were going back up to have a little look at the guy from the other apartment to see whether he was okay.
Yes, I was going to check up on him and...
Okay. So, you make your way over, and you can clearly see from a distance that he's still alive. He's sort of dragging himself to the nearby wall to rest. Leg is not in the greatest of shapes, having been shot previously. He kind of looks up to you and says, how will he play this? He sort of looks up to you a little bit in, I wouldn't say shock, but definitely sort of wariness. And he sort of looks and says, "Who are you?"
I'm Tracy, love. You look like you need some help.
I wouldn't mind a hand standing back up.
Assist him standing up.
Okay, he wobbles a little bit, but he's able to use you as a crutch and pull himself up. He says, the Screamers, are there any of them left?
No, love, we dispatched them all.
Screamers, he said?
Yeah.
Alright.
He sort of looks up and says, and then begins calling out for Amy. At which point you hear sort of a muffled cry from the other side of the door.
Sorry, what you said? We heard a muffle from next
So
door?
he cries out for someone called Amy, sort of like calling to see if there's a response, and you hear a muffled cry from the other side of the door. He sort of picks up on this and begins to hop his way over to the door of the apartment.
And which apartment is this? That's the...
5402, where Tracy currently is.
Okay.
I'll assist them in.
Okay. You push over the door, open the door, and you're able to find what looks to be quite a young girl, maybe sort of mid to late 20s, tied up and handcuffed to a radiator. Not in the best of states. You can see various signs of bruising. She kind of just looks up as you open the door. There's still quite loud music blaring from earlier, but as you sort of look around, there's no signs of anyone else here.
Okay.
You said a young girl?
Yes.
Mid to late 20s?
Yes.
That's no longer long. That's old.
It's fucking ancient.
Her name was Amy?
Amy. Buck looks to you for a moment, Tracy, and says, "The name's Buck.
Hi, Buck, I'm Tracy."
You mind helping us untie my girlfriend?
I mean, I don't judge.
He's going to move on over, and it's clear that, yeah, like I say, she's not in the best of states, but she's alive, which I guess is the main part. Be able to break the handcuffs off from the nearby radiator, and she sort of looks to you and thanks you.
No worries, love.
Buck sort of turns to you for a moment, still hopping, with the bullet wound in his foot. He sort of looks to you and says, "I got to ask, what are you doing here?"
Oh, we were looking for shit, I've forgotten his name already. I said it like
Kurt.
2 seconds ago. Kurt Snyder.
He sort of looks to you and says, "Can't say I've heard the guy, but still, you're pretty brave for coming into the Screamer territory and roughing them up like this. They probably won't take it too kindly."
That's all right. We've been in worse situations.
Look, he sort of looks to you and says, "You've done me a solid here. This was a situation that I didn't think I was going to get out of." And he sort of hands over a cred trip to yourself. It's not much, but it's a token of my appreciation.
Cheers, love. Greatly appreciated.
There seems to be 250 credits on it.
200.
So,
What do you
Brian,
guys
while
wanna do?
this is happening, I'm
Mhm.
gonna say that we're looting or like going for the bodies.
Yeah, okay. So you make your way through the handful of bodies that are now littering both the hallway and Kurt's apartment. Make a perception check, please, Deadshot.
Oh yeah, shit. I don't have a. I'm so used to Roll20, just clicking the button and just having this,
Yeah.
and this is like.
No, you must type a formula.
Okay, hang on. Sorry, what was the roll?
It should be in Discord, but if not, I can try and find
But what was it? Perception or?
perception, please. Yes. See if I can try and find it.
Foresight. I got a pool of 5. So was
Yeah.
it 1d10 plus 5?
No, it is.
Or 5? Or 5d10s?
Okay, found it. So.
Can't actually post it in. Oh, you got it. Nice.
Just put it in Discord.
Oh wait, I think I okay, I need a reminder of how this roll works again, because I found the code for the more than 7.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a pool of 5, so
Yeah,
that's
so you want to
5.
replace the 5d10.
5. Okay, so it's 5d10. Exclamation mark.
You're terrible at this.
Hey! There you go. So, nice. You have a little look through, and most of the possessions that these guys are carrying is fairly mundane. So, you're able to find 3 R8 Reavers. You're able to find 4 magazines of heavy pistol ammunition. You're able to find 2 sets of light armor, which are left in decent wear. The rest have either got bullet holes in or slash marks from Ubaste. You're also able to find a few other bits and pieces, seeing as you did pretty well. Okay, you're able to find 2 doses of rage. And you're able to find 2 seconds. One dose of Dox 22.
Do these pistols have the identification chip on it, so only one guy can wear it, or is it everybody?
Doesn't seem to be, no. They're in
Alright.
terms, you have a quick look over them, John. It seems they're fairly low in resources. They don't even have like add-ons or anything like that. They're just rank and file R8 Reavers.
I'll just pull out the magazines from the guns and
That's not.
make sure they unloaded. I put them in that bag.
Okay. Finally, you're able to find a PCD on the head woman, the one that was speaking with Buck earlier. You have a little look across. It seems to be encrypted. And it is It is a Neptuno PCD.
Hallelujah.
Mm-hmm.
While
Right.
they're looting corpses,
Yes.
I also tell them move the corpses into this apartment to not clutter the corridor. And I take a look around the apartment to see if I can find any data chips or anything stashed in like ventilation shafts or whatever as well.
Fair enough. So, to start off with,
Can I
Deadshot.
say something
Yes,
before we
that's
all
what
move
I was
on?
trying to get back to. Yes, what would you like?
I was still writing down how to roll it, so I only wrote down that we got the 2 doses of rage and the 1 dose of Dox 22. But what was said before that?
I took the pistols and magazines.
Yeah.
I don't know what else is there.
There are also 2 sets of light armor.
So you write down 2 light armor. I've got the guns.
Yeah, and it looks like Drop has taken the PCD.
Okay. Guess I'll take the 2 sets of light armor then.
Okay. So, to go back to yourself, Drop, can you also make a perception check, please?
Absolutely.
I've also written down that I took the drugs.
Naturally.
You added.
That's illegal. Tribe.
Yes.
Did these guys have licenses?
You have a little look. No, they do not seem to have licenses.
Criminal scum.
I know, right?
Don't they? They don't have any chips on them as well.
You have a little look. There are some UPIN chips on them. Maybe you might be able to sell to someone, but they're difficult to use yourself. Okay. So, Drop, you have a little look around, and the place has been pretty trashed. Furnishings have been overturned and broken. You have a little look on the way through, and like drawers have been opened and their contents tipped out. You sort of as you're sort of looking on through, you don't really find much that immediately draws your attention. It definitely looks like, for the time being at least, whoever was here previously has cleaned up shop pretty handily.
Okay. No classic loose floorboards or.
Not that you can find, no. You spend some time, extra time, but for the, it doesn't seem like anything draws your attention for the time being, at least.
Okie dokie.
What's everyone
alright.
else doing?
I'm just going to be chatting to.
Fucking Amy.
Yeah. See.
Okay.
Yeah,
How
I'm
things are.
helping clearing up the corpses from the corridor.
Fair enough. Okay. You sort of bring in all of the corpses, dumping them in the middle of the apartment.
We should burn this place.
It's only a high rise that's like big as fucking town on its own. But yes.
You can burn it if you try hard enough.
I want to make sure the PCD can't connect to the Omninet and report anything
Okay.
that's configured.
You sort of wrap it in a Faraday cage, just to make sure that there's no chance of it being able to connect to anything else.
Yeah.
Tinfoil it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to hack it later.
That's enough.
Do you guys want any of the guns?
Because there were 2 Reapers.
R8 Reavers, yes.
3 Reavers.
3 of them, yeah.
Hmm.
And without me looking them all up, they're like the general.
They are basic heavy pistols.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't need them. I also just wrote all of the light armor just up as loot.
Fair
should-
enough.
I mean, unless one of you guys want to wear a piece of armor and that was just taken from a dead guy.
We should probably turn in the weapons and, like, clean them so they don't. I mean, they might be tagged or something. I don't know. I'm paranoid, but
It's the
You
satellite,
got
man.
good
They're
reason to
tracking
be.
you.
mm-hmm.
You spend some time dragging in all of the bodies. You make sure the hallway is reasonably clear. There's still a lot of blood and a lot of bullet holes that have now been left in the opposite wall. But still, you without getting into a deep cleaning operation, you tidy it to the best of your ability. You make your way into the apartment or whatnot to find Drop sort of looking around, but so far at least his search has turned up empty.
Okay, yeah, this place seems to be dead. No pun intended.
So we didn't find a clue about Kurt's whereabouts.
So far, the only one who's been looking is Drop, and as of yet, he hasn't come up with anything. The rest of you have been far more interested in the dead bodies and the loot.
Okay. I would like to search as well for clues about where for like devices, secrets.
Okay. So about 10 minutes has gone past, and Deadshot, you sort of look up and realize, Drop is not having the success that perhaps you might have hoped for, so you begin to join in and help. Can you also make a perception check, please? Okay. So, 3 successes is what you need. You make your way into the main bedroom, and as you're sort of having a look around, you sort of have a feel inside one of the main wardrobes. And as you look, you're able to find a small little depression with what feels like a button.
I press the button.
As you press the button, a false back wall opens on up, and you see before you what looks to be a sort of a miniaturized personal armory. Inside, you're able to find a few bits and pieces that draw your attention. First and foremost, there seems to be a PCD, quite a high-end one, resting on the nearby counter. As you have a little look, it appears to be a Djinn Red.
Ooh.
I give it to...
Which you see Drop's eyes immediately open.
Yeah, I give it to Drop.
You're also able to find a few data chips nearby. There also seems to be a number of physical photographs on what looks to be a note wall with various sort of lines of string coming out. And you're also able to have a look that there are a number of photographs. Some seem to depict locations, others seem to depict individual figures. You're also able to find that there is an Apex Prowler light pistol nearby, which has 2 magazines, 2 smoke grenades, and a set of light armor.
Oh god, you're saying this way too quickly, Brian.
I've got it.
Sorry, my bad. I was slow down. So, you're able to find the Djinn Red PCD. You're able to find data chips. You're able to find photographs. Some are locations, some seem to be figures. You're also able to find an Apex Prowler light pistol. It has 2 magazines. There are 2 smoke grenades. And there's a set of light armor.
Okay, I wrote it all down.
Okay.
So the data chips, that's like the currency?
Data chips are memory sticks, basically.
Yeah, I pocket them.
I give everything
You look at them
technology-wise.
for a briefest of moment before Drop is immediately trying to snatch it out of your hand.
I give them to Drop.
Thank you.
How
The photos should be relevant as well to our investigation. So, mind if I take them? Pocket
Yeah,
them as
sure.
well?
You take them, and can you also make a streetwise check, please? It is foresight based.
Yes.
Okay. So, you know your way around the city fairly easily, and you recognize the location, not so much the figures. It seems to be all of the photos seem to be from different angles, and they're all focused on the exterior of a club called Pulse over in Shoreditch. It is a location in London.
Pulse.
Yes.
Tracy.
I'm still talking to Amy and.
It's very difficult to get into this room, Tracy. Sort of magical force field is holding us back.
Okay, so there were pictures of the Pulse Club.
Yes.
Correct.
It seems to be.
There
one
also
area.
seems to be pictures of figures going in and out of the club, but you're not able to ascertain who these people are.
Okay.
So he's been staking out the pulse after people who regularly.
Seems to be the case, yes.
Okay, because the quest that we had was that we had to find the data cache that Kurt was in possession of.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to assume that the PCB and everything in that is probably the objective? And
You have a quick look at the PCD and the data that's on the data chips. It all looks to be encrypted.
okay, well, I guess that's a job for you, Drop.
Yes, I will put them on my to decrypt list.
Okay. Good stuff.
How many chips were there?
Seems to be 2.
2 chips, okay.
Basically chips.
Shall I take
Data
the
crisps.
light armor and the smoke grenades, and then Quincy takes the weapons and ammo?
Send it to me
I throw the pistol at Quincy.
in a text format. I only have 3 revels and the max on me at the moment. I don't know what.
Okay, it was an Apex Prower, which is
Yeah.
a light pistol, and in it was 2 magazines.
Correct.
Regular bullets, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Light ammo.
So I've written down the 2 smoke grenades and the set of light armor.
That's what you took.
Yes.
Alright.
Gonna
And
ask,
Jimmy got the rest.
So, yeah, in the meantime, Tracy.
I'm gonna ask Buck or Amy how the screamers' zone of operation as such, like how much do they control?
They're one of the smaller gangs around the city, but here's basically their the heart of their territory. They know most of the people coming and going in the tower, and this is their de facto heartland, so to speak. They don't take too kindly to armed mercs coming in and doing their own business on their turf.
The operations are pretty much limited to tower and close
Tower, surrounding area, and a few of the nearby venues, but they're on the smaller side, so to speak. They're not one of the main gangs of the city.
Okay. I give them my number and
Okay.
say if they cause you any more trouble, give me a ring.
Appreciate it, but we don't plan on staying around in here for long.
That's fair enough. Do you even go see what the others are up to?
Okay, as you sort of make your way out then, Tracy, you see Buck, helped by Amy, make their way back to the lift. They press on to the ground floor, and you see them disappear behind the double doors.
Just a question to Rogue.
Hi.
Did you ask why they were being attacked by the screamers?
No.
Sex slave. Always.
Okay, just checking if that's information we might have missed, but it's already passed, so.
I'm gonna search through this apartment as well.
Okay. Make a perception check, please, John.
It's for perception. Ooh, decent. Let me copy this boy's roll.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same roll. Big 2.
Okay, so you start having a little look around to see what you can ascertain. The furnishings in here are pretty basic. It definitely gets the feeling that this apartment isn't lived in per se, more so perhaps like a guard point or a place to meet. It's fairly barren. But you are able to have a little look through and get some results. So, the first thing that draws your attention is you're able to find some drugs.
Drugs are bad, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so you're able to find what looks to be about half a dozen doses of opiates.
6.
Yeah.
Opioids.
As well as 2 doses of blue spice.
A lot of fucking drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Guess that's what druggies do.
You're also able to find some rope, some restraints, and 2 seconds. And a pair of bolt cutters.
Ouch.
Don't think I have bolt cutters yet.
Now you do.
Hey. Back all those up.
Okay.
Leave.
Fair enough. You sort of take what you can find quickly and then make your way out. Close the door behind you. It's quite quiet. You sort of hear the occasional sort of movement inside some of the other apartments. Definitely, you sort of draw an attention to yourselves, and as you walk past, you can definitely see a few of the apartments, the door just slightly open, and a head just looking at its side just to see who's going past.
When in the hallways, I'll walk out with a shotgun.
Fair enough. As you make your way past, the door immediately slams closed.
Okay.
All right. So
We have done everything, guys.
Can I spend some time to like wipe out our fingerprints? or
Yeah,
any
you can do.
indication
So
that could identify us.
having found the hidden cache, you spend some time beginning to rub down various surfaces that you've been looking through and whatnot. I imagine it's probably not the most thorough of rub downs, but it's something.
It's an attempt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we help doing that. Everyone should wipe down as much as possible.
Okay.
Remember what they've touched and stuff.
Fair enough.
For fingerprints, you mean?
I mean, if you have fingerprints.
Look at my hand.
You look at your hand, John. You have no fingerprints.
No.
Well, I
don't
mean,
really-
like I think most of us will also be wearing gloves and stuff like that.
Yeah, I imagine you have common sense when it comes to this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But
we do-
you're crazy.
When we do crime, we use gloves.
Right. So, you left your own devices. About 15, 20 minutes have gone by this point. The amount of time it's taken you to drag the bodies in, look around the place, find the hidden cache, and then begin trying your best to rub everything down.
Time to get.
Okay. So, how you getting back down? Same as the way you came up, lifts?
Maybe we should.
I mean, this was like the 54th floor.
Correct? It's a casual walk to take the fire escape down.
Jump out the window.
No, I mean
end of
it's pretty. I mean,
Basically, I'm
If
just
you take
asking
the
if there are
fire
any
escape
special.
down, people are gonna notice you. So, like, just act normal and leave. I guess.
Okay.
Same way as we could either take separate
as
elevators as
a-
before, or we could just take the normal stairs in the middle of the building.
Can I suggest that we take the elevator to the first floor and then walk from the first to the lower? Just in case there might be some people waiting in front of the elevator, because they probably have heard it, probably called it. It's more of a safety caution.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
And then as we arrive on the first floor, I wanna like send the elevator back up, and then also I don't know, some sort of thing that would then go down to 0, so we have some time to prepare them, and then people that are looking downstairs at the elevator button are going to be like, wait, why is it going back up and then going back down? Just confuses shit out of them because someone is there.
So confusing.
Drop, make it happen.
Imagine what they're thinking. The gang is. The fuck is happening with this lift? All right.
Yeah.
What did you guys do with the drugs you found?
What drugs?
They've already been taken.
I mean, why do you think I'm talking like this, huh?
Half the party found tripping balls.
By powder above his nose. What are you talking about? So, I'm gonna go to the police station.
Okay, so
So I don't know what you guys do.
Turn in the drugs.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we could give all the 2 drugs to
All
to
two.
John. We can leave it.
All
Do
two.
you
of
want to
them.
turn in the weapons as well?
All except for Kurt's own gun.
Okay.
When you guys are gonna enter the police station, I will not be joining.
I'm
you
not
guys
gonna
on that.
enter the police station. John's gonna enter the police station.
Well, just to clarify, I will not be part of this.
All right. I'll street.
So, with that, you each you going down together, or are you going down one at a time, or grouped? How are you doing this?
I can go alone if you guys go to the old bar to report back.
We're talking about leaving the building first, John. It's
Yes.
we need to survive the building first.
We are required.
Nobody survives the building.
I mean,
Then we can split up.
we need to look a bit inconspicuous in case there are more of those guys.
Just
Exactly, so
leave the
that's-
way we came, I think.
That's why
True.
my whole suggestion about the elevator scheme is what we should be doing.
So schemy. Yeah, sure. Let's jump off at the first or second floor or whatever you want to do.
Sure.
But we
So-
could go different lifts, I guess, or different
Yeah, sure.
floors.
Okay.
I think we should just go out of the area first together.
Okay.
Okay. So,
And actually, I don't understand why we couldn't. I mean, I'd rather want to ride in your car than take the public transport again. You know how it is.
carrying a sniper rifle on the tube is just so. It takes so long to disassemble.
All right. It's in the bag, okay?
I just wear like a suitcase with it.
All right. So with that, you leave the apartment once more, closing everything up, lowering the security barrier from earlier. You make your way into the nearby lifts, and as Deadshot said, you take it all the way down to the first floor. You make your way out before finding the nearby fire escape in which to finish your journey down to the entranceway. I'd like the entire group to make a stealth skill check, please.
Character
No.
sheet it.
Let's see how well you all blend in.
Super stealthy.
Which one? Where's stealth? There. Finesse. Woo.
Okay.
See, you don't need 5 or 13 dice.
I'm super stealthy.
So, you make your way on down. A few of you are a little better at blending in with a crowd than, say, others, but you're able to. You scored pretty high as a group, so you're able to sort of direct those that seem to be struggling a little bit more.
Just
With
try to
that-
make friends, love.
You're able to find enough sort of commotion coming and going to make your way out of the out of the apartment block without drawing too much attention to yourself. You can definitely get a feeling that as you're making your way out, there is some commotion that's happening. A few individuals of sort of yous are around, weapons in hand, baseball bats and clubs, kind of on the lookout for various individuals. And as you make your way sort of out from the fire escape, you can see a few individuals move into the lifts and begin to head on up to the higher levels. You make your way on out of the tower block, over the plaza, and you are scot-free. So, with that, you're out of the Sunrise Apartments. John, are you heading to the police station to turn in the various goods?
Yes. Does anybody want to accompany me, or you guys want to go to the bar?
I mean, I could follow you, so you don't have to be alone.
Ah, that's really cute.
I'll wait in the car.
The car's at a train station that's away from here.
Yeah, because I don't remember. I think we said I didn't bring my car to this.
You didn't bring them immediately here, but I'm pretty sure you all came via your transportation means, and then you sort of parked them up a little way away. Not
Yeah,
to
I think you remember correctly. We parked them at the tube station and then took the tube here.
Yeah. It was like a station away just to not draw any sort of suspicion. So it's not that big of a walk back to get to them.
People were paranoid. Our cars were being tracked.
So,
Brian, sorry.
yeah, what's up?
I got a question.
Hmm?
So we found those photos of the figurines. Is any of them the people that are described there? Are any of them the people that we found last session that were in the car that were meeting with the others?
Good call. That's going to be an interesting one. Let's take a little. I will say. Make an intuition check, please, Deadshot.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Okay, so you have a little look over the photos. One person looks all the same to yourself. You're far more concerned on the job at hand. Don't recognize any of them, but no, you've seen plenty of faces in your time.
All right.
We'll go through everything when we're
Mhm.
safe back at the pub or wherever we're going to meet up.
With that, Ubaste and also John, you make your way over to the nearby police station. There's sort of a late 30s woman on the desk when you make your way in. A few other individuals here and there. Seems quite busy at this hour. She sort of finishes with a phone call and then looks over to you and asks how she can help.
I'm here to deliver confiscated goods.
Confiscated goods? From whom?
Gangbangers.
I see. And you took them on by yourself?
No, I wasn't alone.
Fair enough. And where were these gangbangers located?
Sunrise Apartments.
She sort of, her eyes widen. Fair enough. We've had more than enough reports of issues over that way, so appreciate it. You sort of hand over the. So what are you handing over?
So I got a duffel bag with the guns and drugs.
Okay.
Because I took the drugs, Quinn.
Yeah, you.
I took the 2 doses of rage.
Yeah.
Drugs
But then
too.
Drop said something
Yeah.
about me giving drugs.
Like,
I don't remember.
You only kept the rage. We gave him everything else.
I I also wrote down that I took the docks 22, but I'll remove that. Then.
But you didn't say so. But
So
Well-
you hand. Oh,
What do you hand though? And I'll just remove what I wrote down.
everything but the rage that you took.
okay.
So yeah, I don't know what they gave me in drugs.
So it was a lot of heroin, and also some blue spice was in there, and then the Doc's 22.
Yeah, I got 6 opioids, 2 blue spice,
That's
and
the
then
one.
3 Reavers.
Yes.
I'm keeping the Apex Prowler. That's
Okay.
somebody else's gun.
Fair enough. She sort of looks through the duffel bag quickly, and she sort of gives you a nod of respect and says, "Appreciate this. You're keeping the neighborhood safe."
Want me to fill out a report?
Yeah. She looks to yourself and says, "If you don't mind."
I don't mind.
Okay. So you quickly fill out reports. Out of interest, do you put down your contact information?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. So you fill out a police report, hand it on
Shake
over.
my head.
So you hand over the report. You can have a point of karma, John.
Ooh.
The
Is there
woman- Sorry.
Or is there a place on the sheet I can fill it in?
I
Actually.
don't think so. You might have to put it in notes.
Yeah, okay. Put it in the notes. Delete
He gives
all.
you a nod of respect and says, if you do happen to come into any other possessions like this, feel free to drop them off.
Yes.
Okay.
Karma chameleon.
So, with that, you make your way out from the police station. Like I say, it's quite busy, a few people heading in and out and whatnot. But you're able to do the deed, hand over the goods, and rejoin with the rest of the group. So, you have some amount of downtime now to spend however you see fit. You've got certain leads and information on where to go next, so it's down to the group how you wish to proceed.
Well, the
what-
first question I want to know is: are we moving as a group or are we moving individual?
Down to you.
We should probably move as a group. We should start with meeting up somewhere and go through the evidence. Maybe
Okay.
analyze the photos of the persons of interest at the location, and I should try and hack my way into those data chips and the PCBs.
Hack the planet.
Hack the planet! They're trashing our rights, man! Trashing!
How long do you think you'll need to hack through the data?
Yes.
I mean, from what you've seen so far, Deadshot, you don't think this is going to be too challenging? You reckon Drop could probably do so in an hour, maybe?
All right, hour downtime then.
We can go to the Jive bar and
Okay.
maybe if they got like a little back area that we could do some investigation in the quiet.
It's down to you guys, yeah. I mean, you have Rex's contact details, so...
Yeah, I mean, we could always ask him if we can use it as a base of operations. I hope he's forthcoming.
Yeah, sure. So, you give Rex a quick call. He asks what the situation is. You sort of explain what you've been up to and that you need a bit of a space for doing some investigation. He happily says, yeah, you can use my back room. Help yourself.
Cool.
Might be a good idea to see what you've uncovered so far.
We'll be right over.
Okay.
While we're driving, I want to keep a lookout, see if we encounter the car that was outside of the...
The cafe.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. You make your way back over west to return back to the Jive Retro Bar. Tracer, you keep an eye out, but you're not able to sort of see the same vehicle as previously. It doesn't come back into your vision. You sort of waltz on up to the Jive Retro Bar. By this time, there's a few patrons inside. Probably count somewhere in the region of maybe 8 to 10 Rex is there once more, and he sort of leads you on into the back room where you have space to conduct your investigation and whatnot. He doesn't say much, but he kind of sits onto a nearby desk and just lets you do your thing, just sort of watching, hearing as you go through all your notes. So, who's doing what?
Hacking.
Well, we got an hour of downtime, which is not really that much.
It's enough for a stiff drink.
I would like to sell the freight light armor.
Okay.
Because you said we went to a bar. Was that the one where Rex?
That's where you did the meet originally, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
jive.
And does Rex maybe have an interest in buying the light armor of me?
He looks over the goods, says, it's not the best of quality, but I could definitely find someone to get rid of it for you if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, because it's just encumbrance, so it weighs.
Yeah, that it does. Okay. Make a negotiation check, please, Deadshot.
Charisma, I got a 6. Ah.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, you sort of have a little of a back and forth with Rex, and despite the goods not being the greatest of quantity, it seems as though he's pretty interested in taking this stuff off your hands. He sort of looks over the various possessions and whatnot and says, I'll do you a solid. I'll take the whole lot from you, and I'll give you 50% of the market price.
Which, yeah, I'll look it up.
It's 50% of the market price.
Yes, Quincy, I'll just write that down. That we got 50% of something.
I can look it up quickly if you're...
Armor and clothing. Found it.
Okay.
Light armor is 750 each.
Yep. He's willing to give you half.
Yeah.
That's a very good price.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 1125.
As it turns out, Deadshot is a pretty good salesman.
Conflicts.
Are we gonna do group treasury, or are we just gonna split it straight away? What?
Split straight away.
Yeah.
I have debts.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I'll just see if I can identify any places or people.
Okay, so you look through the photographs and the various sort of physical items that you found. Make a streetwise check, Tracy.
Streetwise.
Monies! Okay, so you do fairly well. You have a little look through, and one of the individuals you recognize, perhaps haven't had much of a run-in yourself, but you sort of heard maybe rumors on the grapevine or sort of individuals sort of talking. So you're able to find a couple of things. Actually, only one thing first. You're able to find or identify one of the individuals as Maxwell. Maxwell Chan is his surname.
Okay.
You know this individual as quite a prominent fixer of the city. He deals in a lot of sort of underground contracts and things of that nature. If someone wants a job done, they'll generally come to a person like Maxwell.
A fixer, you say?
A fixer, yeah. He seems to be one of the individuals who has been photographed going into the Pulse Club, as well as coming back out. As this is going on, and you're sort of trying to draw the dots, so to speak, Tracy, Drop is in his own little world, trying his best to break into this system. So,
Yeah.
Drop, can you make a hacking skill check first, please?
Sure.
Oof. Okay.
Wow.
And can you also make an encryption skill check? Okay. This system, it's better defended than perhaps some of the others that you've toyed around with recently dropped. You definitely get the feeling that Kurt is someone that takes security seriously. But I mean, you've broken into military systems in your time, so he's no match against yourself. Okay. You're able to find a few things. First of all, you find a list of names. And they are as such.
Erica, Monica, Rita.
You're able to find also then what looks to be an encrypted address book containing various contacts. There is so there's a few contacts that catch your eye. First and foremost, you're able to find contact details for Short Circuit, which is the OmniNet cafe you visited previously.
Yeah.
There seems to be an individual by the name of Mouse. And there also seems to be a contact by the name of Ying Day. And from the comments, it seems as though you sort of look through message histories and whatnot. It seems to be Kurt's girlfriend.
Cool. Any particulars I can make out in the conversation?
Yeah, it seems to have her address. They haven't spoken in a couple of days. In fact, there's been no messages in the last couple of days. But the last messages that you're able to ascertain seems to be Kurt messaging Ying to say that he's organizing a meet with someone. He's got some business to take care, some important business to take care of. But it should be a good payday for him. That's the last message that was sent.
Date?
2 days ago. Let me just check my timeline quickly. Sorry. Yes, 2 days. So the last message was sent Monday the 14th of February. It is currently Wednesday the 16th of February.
Okay.
There are now 2 new locales on your map.
Sweet.
So you're able to ascertain the Pulse Club, and you're also able to find Ying Day's place.
So we had the address for Short Circuit. We had the address for an individual called Mouse, Matrix, and also his girlfriend Ying Day. Probably Korean.
Yeah. Okay. You're also able to look through. Is there anything else on his data? That seems to be about it, truth be told.
On the data chips as well.
On the data chips as well, yeah. A lot of it seems to be sort of a wealth of data, but it doesn't really make too much sense to yourself. As you're having a little look through, it definitely seems to be in relation to some of the names on the list. The loyalist, for example, features quite prominently, but there also seems to be also individual names for the Moxie boys.
Okay.
As you're sort of making your way through, however, the chrome spider seems to draw your attention the most. Kurt seems to be doing a lot of reconnaissance, and he seems to be staking out a lot of locations which the chrome spiders are associated with. There seems to be the Pulse Club in particular is circled and heavily surveillanced.
Drop, do you share this information? What was on the data drive?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. At least
My
with
information.
Mine.
we acquired it together.
So, is this also what we're gonna
But
tell?
don't overshare this information, by the way.
Yeah, my question was, are we gonna share this with Rex?
We could share bits and pieces. We don't have to give him everything.
Okay.
Because we're not done. We don't want any.
Well, the
people
reason why I
interfering
want to
in our
ask this
investigation either.
is that because we had two objectives: find the data cache and find Kurt. My question is, have we completed the first objective?
Do we know what the data cache was supposed to?
Not
Okay.
really, just that it had put everyone. What's the word? It had stirred up a hornet's nest. So
Yes.
it was something valuable.
So we could
This
ask
is not it.
Rex if this. Well, it might be because it was
No.
location of people.
This is not it.
How do you know?
Because this is just his commentary about his own stakeouts.
It seems to be, yeah. I mean,
Well-
it's difficult to ascertain. Deadshot, he makes a good point, but just purely from what you've heard and how much of a ruckus it has caused, this doesn't seem to be that valuable. It seems to be sort of surveillance notes and his own sort of ramblings, more so than anything, along with personal contact information for some of those that are closest to him.
Is there anything about Rex and the jive in the comments?
Ooh, okay, interesting. What would this be?
Control F.
It probably make a computing skill check, please. Cluster. Drop. Okay. You have a little look on through. 2 seconds. Something does catch your eye, but I just need to check on my notes. Okay, yes. So, something does come up with the Jive Bar, and specifically Rex. They seem to be associated with a group called the 12 Crew. Not much notes in the way of them, which is why they're not on the list that I posted earlier. But there are definitely hintings that both Rex and the Jive Bar are a part of a larger organization.
Called the 12.
The 12 Crew.
Because Prime, with that earlier name of names, was it just those names, or was there something else written with it?
The
Chrome Spiders.
Yeah,
the
there
Lloyds.
seems to be targets of Kurt's surveillance.
Right. And does it say why he was doing the surveillance?
Potentially, yeah. Make a streetwise check, Deadshot.
I mean, it's not like the main plot has been explained last session.
Okay. So, Deadshot, you sort of have a little look through and you recognize those names. They are prominent gangs in and around the city.
So, like in the lore-wise, where would the screamers fit in then?
Okay, so the screamers were pretty small fry. From what Tracy was able to ascertain, they really only had territory around the Sunrise Apartments, whereas these guys, the Chrome Spiders, the Loyalist, Troll Boys, and Moxies, they span like entire regions of the city.
So
They
chances
are-
are the screamers work for one of those.
Potentially. I mean, if you kept someone alive, you could have asked them.
Well, shoot first, ask questions later, right?
Yeah, that's very true. You're playing up your character, but unfortunately, yeah, you can't question a dead person.
Or can you?
Mm.
Okay, so larger organization. Do we know anything about the 12 crew?
Make a streetwise check. Drop. Not really. Deadshot doesn't seem to know anything about them. You yourself haven't heard of them particularly.
Okay.
Whoever they are, they very much keep on the down low, and that kind of is reflected in Kurt's data. He hasn't really been able to find much about them.
I'll just write down that there was a short note about Rex and the Jive then.
Yeah.
Okay.
In all of the data that you look across, however, this is the only mention of Rex.
Cool. Still, I mean, valuable information.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what to share with Rex?
He's sort
We
of
should
sitting
only
down,
share like
keeping an eye on what you guys are doing. I imagine you're being cautious as to what you say aloud in front of him.
absolutely, yeah. But I mean, I don't see any problem with sharing that he actually staked out Pulse and he had a particular interest in the Chrome Spiders, but we haven't found anything that could be that information that you were after, sir.
He sort of looks across and says, "It's a start."
Yeah,
I happen
it's
to
supposed be
know the Pulse place. A lot of gangers use that as a meetup point. It doesn't surprise me that it's come up in his notes.
Do you happen to know if Maxwell Chan is a member of the Chrome Spiders or if he's free work or whatever?
He's done a little bit of work here and there, but I happen to know he's pretty involved with the Chrome Spiders, yeah. He's done quite a few jobs for them, especially as of late. Maxwell is one of those guys that goes where the money is. Whoever's the prominent gang and has the resources to pay him, he'll do work for. Loyalty isn't really something that comes naturally with him. It's highest bidder type stuff. You know how it is.
I see. Yeah, that's pretty much what we have at the moment.
What I will say is this: if Maxwell is there, he's probably your best bet for finding where Kurt is. Nothing really goes down without him having at least some knowledge of it. Just be careful. He's not a man you want to particularly trifle with.
That's what I hear. All right. So what do you guys want? Oh, did I find anything on the PCDs? Did I manage to get into them?
Yeah, you mentioned that was basically just the hacking and the encryption checks were both everything.
Okay, cool.
So you're able to have a little look through. Besides the information that you've ascertained, you've been able to take direct control of the Gin Red PCD. And as you sort of have a little look across, it's fairly well protected. So it seems as though there's a few countermeasures that have been put onto this PCD, specifically the blackout ice, as well as a couple of secure softs. Seems to be file safe, as well as stealth.
Mm-hmm. So secure soft file safe and stealth.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Did we go through the PCD of the Screamer gang leader?
You did not, no.
Well, drop. Better get to it.
What did you say?
So we also picked up the PCD from the Screamer gang leader.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you find anything interesting on that?
I don't know, did I?
Okay. So, make another hacking skill check, please, Drop. Okay, you break open this one without too much difficulty at all. The seems as though the screamers aren't that great at taking care of their devices, and you're able to crack it open without too much difficulty. A few things take your interest. They seem to have quite a prominent stranglehold on the Sunrise Apartments, which doesn't really surprise you. But there also seems to be a few sort of contacts here and there of who they do their dealings with. There seems to be sort of individuals for obtaining new weapons. Individuals for their goods. And one particular locale sort of draws your attention, seems to be labeled as distribution house. And you catch the address for it.
So that's for weapons and gear.
Seems to be a mixture. Seems to be various sort of contacts for any sort of weapons or gear, and there also seems to be a place labeled the distribution house.
So basically a black arms dealer or some sort that you could like sell
Okay.
stolen stuff or fence it or...
Yeah. Okay.
I would like to ask Rex if he has heard of this place where you can sell and buy.
He looks across at it and sort of thinks for a moment. I think it's a crack house. Not one of mine, but it's the Screamers. I think they've been using it from time to time. From what I hear, there's a bunch of Jamaicans that use it for distributing their goods, so to speak.
Okay.
Why, are you thinking of going after it?
Well, it's always useful to have contacts in the Underdark or, well, the Underworld in case you need particular goods which are, well, but they don't touch the daylight.
All right.
Okay.
That has also been marked on your map.
Oh,
I mean, we could raid it.
raiding party. South of the river.
South of the river.
All right. So you said I had full control of the Gin Red and...
Oh, yeah. You're now the owner.
Cool. Which means I own the licenses for those softwares as well.
Mm-hmm. You certainly do.
Cool. Just like from a legal standpoint, no one can. If I like replace my current PCD with the Gin Red.
Yep. No one can track it back to you. No, you can spend an amount of time, and you basically are now the owner.
Cool. That's a sweet upgrade.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
So I actually got a question, but it also
Yes.
kind of fits my character.
Okay.
What the fuck are the differences between all the PCDs? Is it something I should know about?
Not if you're really getting into the whole hacking scene. Security
well-
rating is how sort of difficult it is to break into. Noise is how easy it is to detect the system. Things
Okay.
like that.
I think what the smartest thing then is to just inform Kurt of what device I use,
Yes.
and that if he determines that it is a threat to the group,
Mhm.
then I would hope that he says something about it.
I'm not Kurt. I'm Hamsha.
Oh, I mean,
Or Drop.
I mean drop. Sorry, I mentioned that to drop. But it's also more in the way of, let's say your parents have got a phone and he's like looking at it like, why do you still use this when you can have this and this and this? You just have this and this.
New phone, who dis?
I mean, my character doesn't really care much about technology, but I do understand.
You
the
play
need
it
to,
well. Very well.
I play it way too well.
So, you have all the notes before you. You think you've been able to sort of pick through and find whatever data is relevant to you. What is your next plan of action?
Can we do a reverse image search on the internet to find the people that Kurt took pictures of?
Potentially.
I look at Floyd or Deadshot.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a good idea. Let's
Okay, you decide to give it a go.
yeah, let's start with the the open part of Omninet, like just searching for image matching.
So make a computing.
Not any. Yeah.
Make a computing skill check, please. Okay, so you run through the images from what you can find. The individuals, a lot of them don't really seem to come up with many results in particular. Maxwell is sort of referenced a couple of times, but other than that, really the only things that you're able to ascertain are pulse, its opening times, and its customer reviews. It seems to have a banging techno scene.
You like drugs, dirty dancing, and pounding techno music.
The only things that you're able to really find that's new information to yourself seems to be collaborations. It definitely seems to have a not a rumor, but sort of an undertone as quite prominent in the underground scene, especially with gangers and their affiliations. It's got an aura of what's the word? It cannot be the safest of places if you aren't prepared. A lot of people say that sort of it isn't a place for your sort of rank and file general public if you don't know anyone there. There's a lot of crime talk, a lot of unscrupulous individuals, and it's quite easy to sort of find yourself in the deep end, so to speak.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sounds like the usual techno club.
Mm-hmm.
selling drugs.
Yeah.
So then I asked my question to Tracy, who is from this area.
Yes.
Do you know anyone from Pulse?
Do I know anyone from Pulse?
That is a good question. I mean, what's your backstory?
Mostly I was on the south side.
Yeah. Make a streetwise check, Tracy. Let's see. Okay. You know a few people sort of in the entertainment industry, but no one in particular that works at that club.
Okay.
You've got a few sort of friends that might work in sort of similar venues, but no one particularly for that joint.
I'll contact those people, ask if they know of anyone.
Okay. You sort of have a little look through your various contacts. All right, let's see what we got here. Two seconds.
One. Hello.
Okay. You give a call to your good friend who goes by the call sign of Pinpoint. He has dealt with. He sort of takes on a bouncer role at another establishment. He kind of knows a few of the guys that work at Pulse. Pinpoint sort of asks you, Tracy. Oh, it's been a long time since we last caught up. How's things with you?
Yeah, not too bad, love. Doing this and that as normal. Getting into lots
Yeah.
of trouble.
What's your interest in the place? I happen to know a few of the guys that work there.
We're doing a little collection and delivery service, and the individual we're trying to collect may have had ties to this place.
I see. And if I give you information on this place, what are you planning on doing?
Just, snooping around, causing trouble as normal.
Make a persuasion check.
Negotiation?
Yes, sorry. Negotiation, my bad, not persuasion. My bad.
2.
Hey, you still got 2 successes. He sort of thinks for a moment and says, "This isn't going to come back on me, is it?"
No, love, as normal. Keep your name out of it.
That's enough. A few of those guys have that work over at Pulse happen to owe me a little bit of cash, so I wouldn't mind if they were to fall on bad times, shall we say. All right, so what you're looking for, there's out the back of the club. There's a staff entrance that's usually not particularly well protected. I think they've got a camera, and usually one guy keeps tabs on the place. That's probably your easiest way in.
Cheers, love. Anyone we should ask for in specific, or?
Yeah, so you want to ask for cheese.
Cheese. Okay.
So we're looking for mouse and cheese.
Is he a big guy?
Fairly big, bald, sort of late 40s. A fairly large guy, yeah. No doubt he'll have some muscle on him. You'll probably recognize him.
You could say he's a
Does
big
he
cheese.
smell?
Fair. So, cheers, love. We'll get together and have a pint.
Long overdue, Tracy. You keep safe, yeah?
Always, love.
I look forward to hearing about your antics. Alrighty. So, you have a little bit more information on the Pulse Club. So I guess it's down to how do you wish to proceed? Is that your next go-to destination, or are you thinking of trying somewhere else?
Maybe we should talk to Kurt's girlfriend, see what she knows as well.
Oh,
What do you guys
sounds
think?
like a safe option.
I like safe options. I'm not a fighter, but
You're a lover.
Would you guys mind very greatly if we take a tea break?
Yeah,
I would
my
love a
cup is
tea break.
empty, so I wouldn't mind one.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, all
cool.
good then. We'll take a 5-minute tea break and reconvene up.
Cool.
There was a lot of talking just now.
Yes.
I got tea.
Good call.
Whoop, whoop.
Tea is always a good thing.
Is Lynn not back, by the way?
I don't believe so.
I am back.
Hey, there we go.
That macro is pretty useful.
Yes.
Because I was actually thinking like, well, maybe I should just do every single skill and just press that as a button, and now I can just click on that, enter the number, and then it rolls.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, I have tea.
Oh, yeah, boy.
Welcome to the tea party.
So, is everyone back?
Yes.
Last one. Okay.
What about Rogue?
He is here.
Yes, Rogue is here.
So, what is your plan?
Kill the Batman.
Always good.
Tracy, does
Yeah.
Batman even exist?
Sure does, love. Wrong country, though. I think we should take. One sec.
No worries. Take your time.
I think we should talk to his girlfriend.
Jingdai.
Oh no, maybe she's in peril because Kurt's in peril.
Maybe.
Some interesting logic right there.
Aren't we all in peril?
That's deep. Where is the macro bar anyway? Oh, found it.
My kitchen window decided to close itself.
Nice. That's very useful.
Yeah, I think we should take Drop's idea and go see Ying Day.
Deadshot's idea.
Actually, Jimmy said it first, but
Drop's idea.
sure, we'll go with my idea.
Jingdai. All right. Looking at the spelling of the name, she's probably from like Taiwan or southern China.
Is it because Taiwan's #1?
Yes, Taiwan #1.
I mean, you're living in London right now. It's the most.
Why does it matter where she's from? I don't understand that logic.
I mean,
She could be Welsh.
Okay, then it does matter.
I just did a quick DuckDuckGo search of the name, and the second entry is Ying Day, 22 Rosalie Close, Twickenham, T1048 Cardiff Bay.
There you go.
nice.
She could be Welsh.
Maybe that's the secret.
True.
Those crafty Welsh up to it again.
Jingdai.
Can't tell if Welsh or.
Yeah.
Smashing face against keyboard.
You silly Brits.
So,
Okay.
what's your yeah? So Ying Day's place is that the decision, or what would you guys like to do?
Yeah. Yingdai sounds good.
Okay.
Maybe should we show up, all of us? It's pretty intimidating. Or should we just send Tracy?
Well, that's pretty intimidating as well.
I mean, you could scout the place first and work out what you want to do. You don't have to.
I do think though that a woman talking to a woman might be more persuasive than some
Sexy.
sturdier looking people.
I can pretend to be.
just change your voice register.
Where
But I
are
do
we?
think that someone should accompany Tracy.
She needs an adult.
Well, it's like playing good cop, bad cop. She's obviously the good cop, and you need someone who's like,
I will murder you.
exactly.
Tracy,
What's up, love?
shall we go, love?
Sure thing.
Okay, so you all going over to her place, or are you just letting Tracy and John take care of it?
I mean, I think it's best if just like 2 people go first to introduce themselves, and then ask her if it's okay if we bring the rest of our group.
Posse.
Well, either that or I could perhaps scout out Pulse Club to see if the tip about the entryway of the back is true. And maybe spot some other individuals going in and out.
The possibilities are endless.
Well, so my suggestion is that I do that, so I don't go in, I just keep an eye out. Take photos or pictures of anything of interest. Maybe also see if I can recognize the people that were from the pictures, if they have been re-entering the place.
Mm-hmm.
So basically I'm going to scout while they talk to the girlfriend.
How about the remainder of you?
I think I wanna come to the girlfriend's place.
Okay.
Sure if she knows anything.
So I presume everyone but Deadshot then.
Splitting the party. Oh yeah.
I am scared. Shouldn't we be, like, nearby in case something happens?
I mean,
do we even have reason to assume that's going to be dangerous?
Yeah.
We should probably just stake out the area before we go up to the door to make sure no one else is watching the place. Because, I mean, if we know that he had a girlfriend, someone else is bound to know as well.
I'll let Rogue make the decision.
your own personal love, you do what you want.
Oh, I'm just saying that Rogue is going to be taking leadership on this current assignment because he's the woman. And if Rogue wants
That's
to
a weird sentence. He's the one.
Hey, it's a new world, okay?
I didn't realize Deadshot was such a fucking a white knight. Yes, milady.
Milady.
In an Australian voice.
Do you have a fedora?
Hey, this 50 years in the future, okay? A lot of things could have happened. No, I'm just saying that I would like Rogue to make the decision on whether he thinks that it's dangerous that someone should come along, or that he thinks it should be fine and it's just
I am coming along. I'm his protection. Her protection.
Alright, okay, I'll come along then. We'll do as a group then. I'll wait downstairs.
What?
Okay.
Oh, no, we talked about having the lowest number of people there to not intimidate her.
Yeah, so I'll just wait outside.
You don't, yeah, exactly. I presume you'll probably do a similar thing as the Sunrise Apartment. You'll stake it out first rather than just turn up and drive through the fucking door. Everyone piles out.
We'll place you on the roof on the opposite building so you can feel comfortable through your scope.
Okay.
Yes, I like to keep distance.
Oh, wow. So, with
Hello.
that,
Does your rifle have a scope? Deadshot.
Unfortunately, I do not have a nemesis or a rival.
You shoot everything from the head.
Because he's dead.
You don't have a scope on your rifle, actually?
I should have.
Like an attachment that you bought?
You can buy
What? Yeah.
I just blew your mind.
What?
He's been using iron sights this whole time.
Hey, I do have an enhanced eye, okay?
Alright. So, as you sort of pull on up, you get a good sort of look at the establishment.
Yeah, we do.
So, from what you can tell, Ying seems to be doing well, all right for herself. It's not like wealthy or anything like that, but compared to like most of the other residential buildings that you've seen that are quite sort of compact to fit as many people in as possible, this seems to be, a reasonably sized residential apartment. There are 2 floors, ground and first, and there seems to be sort of various sort of balconies leading out. Quite a long and thin building, and you get the impression it's probably numerous bedrooms, so she's probably not living by herself, given just sort of the size of the structure. As you sort of have a look across, there's a number of cars that are parked nearby, a van on the other side of the road, a couple of people coming and going, but otherwise it's quite quiet.
The van. Should
Is it commercial van?
Have a quick look, and you're able to identify it as. Let me get my notes. You're able to identify it as a Tauhao Roma. So it's not like a roadmaster or anything like that, but fairly decent size. You could definitely get a few people in there if you wanted. It's parked up to the other side. Windows seem blackened.
suspicious.
So,
just be
you pull on up. You have a little look around. That's the immediate sort of signs that you see. What would you like to do?
Rob, can you find out who owns that vehicle?
Absolutely.
Heck,
I
that
will
connects.
do a vehicle search.
Okay, make a computing skill check, please. Drop.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're easily able to find records on the vehicle in particular. You're able to identify it. It's owned by an individual by the name of Buzz McFawn. I know, right? It's like I came up with it on the spot.
Okay. Can I find out anything about?
Yeah, you continue looking at the guy. You find his work history and whatnot. Seems to sort of go from job to job. Doesn't really have a stable income. Seems to be somewhat connected to the underground work scene, shall we say. You definitely get the impression gun for hire.
All right.
And as you continue looking, especially comparing it to the data that you found previously, you're able to ascertain that he seems to have a fairly large number of payments from contacts in the Moxie Boys.
Should
Kill him. Oh, I mean, we should. Yeah. What were you about to say?
I forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's gone. I can't remember that.
I'm so sorry. Just couldn't resist. Okay.
Yes.
Can I? Yeah.
Go on. No, go.
Okay. Can I detect any signals coming in and out from the van?
Yes.
By
Can
the
you make
scanning.
a networking skill check, please?
What vibes are we getting from the van?
Okay. So you're able to tell two things in particular, Drop. First of all, there is a fair amount of network traffic coming out of the van. You get the impression that there is network traffic going out as well as a lot coming in, probably a network serving as a network host in there. You're also able to tell that there are quite a few devices nearby. Nearby, I say, somewhere in the region of 50, 60 meters, something like that.
Within range.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, there's a lot of traffic coming in and out of the van.
Right. Okay, so this seems to be Moxie Boys' stakeout. They've got guards positioned around the area, and they're using the van as a network hub, so to speak. Can I make out any type of traffic and numbers? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So there appears to be. What did you get? 6. Okay. Yeah. You sift through this data like it's a fucking breeze. It doesn't look like they've got particularly much in the way of competence when it comes to protecting their connection. You're able to tell that there are 2 individuals in the van, and there are a further. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are an additional 5 individuals inside the house.
I see.
In terms of devices, you have a quick look on over, and especially compared to the screamers that you've faced previously, these guys seem a little bit more geared. You definitely get the impression they're probably guns for hire. Their gear ranges from pistols, but you're also able to start ascertaining some heavier audience there. 1 or 2 of them appear to have shotguns, a couple of them automatics. And finally, they have a drone.
Oh dear.
Oh shit.
And as you sort of keep an eye on up, you hear this sort of very low-pitched humming noise as you see a small little aerial drone. And I can fucking select the thing.
Shotgun time.
It's that
Fly
small.
on overhead. And as you sort of see it fly on overhead, you see it has an AK-62 mounted to the rear.
Real gangster shit.
Oh, let's go to the girlfriend's place. That's the safe option.
I mean, I think this is just Dean punishing us for saying stuff like that.
Do we like the Moxie Boys?
The only thing that you've been able to ascertain is they're kind of a big deal in terms of the criminal underworld here. They're a fairly large gang and they have a lot of pull with various individuals. From the records that you were able to dig up, Drop, it does not seem like these guys are part of the Moxie Boys. You don't find any records or anything. And I'll say, given that you're not rushed for time, you have a deep look at their devices, Drop, as I imagine you probably would. You're able to find information that seems to be collaborating payments for. You're able to find records that indicate that someone important is living here, apparently, someone by the name of Ying Day, and they should go and find out what she knows.
Okay. So
you see the drone sort of fly on around the house, keep an eye on things before flying on overhead and disappearing behind the buildings.
Like, from where we're standing, can we see the apartment of Ying?
Yeah, for sure. I imagine you're probably not on top of it, but you're probably at the end of the street, maybe, just keeping an eye on things, and that's where you see the van and a few parked cars.
Because what is can you describe the outside of the apartment? Is it because I'm actually looking on Roll20 as well. Is it like the penthouse or something?
So it is. This is the shape of the building. See what I'm picking?
Yeah.
So it seems to be 2 stories high. It seems to have like both of the floors seem to be tied into the house together. So it's not like neighbors or anything like that. There seems to be various sort of bedrooms, and as you sort of look across, there are a couple of balconies here and there. All in all, it definitely gives you sort of a bit of a middle class feel to it. She seems to be doing all right for herself. In terms of like, are you looking at it from a perspective sort of entry point type of deal where you might be able to get in, or just sort of from an architectural point?
Also from a point where I might be able to snipe from the other building.
Okay, there is a good amount of window covers here. I think you should be able to see the outline of the house in particular over here. You should be able to ascertain sort of where the windows are.
Yeah.
It just says door.
There's a fair amount of window cover.
But you said earlier that everything was blacked out, right?
Yeah, the inside.
Van.
Yeah.
Oh, the van was
The
blacked out.
van's got blacked windows.
Oh
Dark
no, I
windows
thought
you
you
want
said
in.
that the apartment was
No,
like blacked
no.
out, like curtains closed, or
No. No, it's not. It's not a penthouse or an executive suite or anything like that.
54 stories high.
It's like your apartment in real life, Syndrome.
Excellent.
Drop, have you got any way of disrupting the signals?
Yeah, we can. Oh, wait. I'm gonna have to check my inventory for jammers and stuff. Wait.
Yeah.
Can't remember if I bought any.
Got a pot of jam back home, love?
Bloober jam.
Hmm.
No,
Rip the dream.
I don't have any jammers.
You could obviously try your hacking your way and drop, but bear in mind if you start fucking with their system, they might realize something's up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I hope for their sake, the person that's handling the central connection in the van has at least some competence, but
What
I
about
don't know.
hacking one of these cars?
The smaller ones?
Just fucking move the car.
Do you want it to just randomly start driving or something?
Into the van. As
Interesting distraction. I like it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
and then we can sneak into the building and get my brain is
Yeah.
terrible today.
Alright.
Ying, yes, Ying. And sneak her out the building to safety. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, not bad.
Sounds like a good plan, to be honest. Would you need me to stay behind, or do you want me to come in and possibly hack the locks and stuff?
Yeah, coming as well. So we round the van, everyone
Right.
goes, oh shit, we're being under attack, heads towards the van, and we sneak in. Go,
Okay.
we're here to
Alright.
rescue you.
I could probably manage
And you
such a
want
thing.
all of us to enter the building then with you?
I think it'd be safer, especially with an armored
Yeah.
drone flying around outside.
Okay.
You can take it.
Yeah,
I mean, VMAC could.
Yeah, remember real well how you did it against flying things.
Hey, I got reached out, okay.
So you're all sat in your Baste's car at the present time. It's a bit of a squeeze, but you kind of you're able to have a good eye on the situation at hand.
We don't all have to go in the same car.
No, but maybe not. Maybe not. I know a couple of you also have vehicles, so
yeah, but still, we should, somewhere together and
Yeah.
out of sight from the vehicles.
Yeah.
Looking,
Is my car bigger?
probably.
Probably take my
Yeah,
car
It's not always about size, Quincy.
most of the time.
So yeah, you're a good sort of 50 meters away, maybe a little bit more. You're kind of just keeping an eye on the situation and whatnot. Not much transpiring. Like I say, a few people coming and going, but it's quiet.
All right, let's try hacking the white car when we get in position.
Okay.
Other sites. Is there any way we can stand out of sight of the drone, like for the drone not to?
There's a few trees
find us?
here and there, but you've not got a huge amount of cover. So your best bet is probably parked cars that continue to line the road. So you're coming from this direction, the opposite way of the van. And there's a few more parked cars here and there, which might serve you best to keep a low profile. But it definitely, you get the impression the drone is on reconnaissance. So whoever starts to get near is probably going to have to start making some stealth checks to remain hidden.
Yeah, could I make a like prolonged action to actually?
You're not rushed for time here, so you can plan out however you want.
Yeah, I wanna write a script basically that I want to compromise both the car and the drone,
Okay.
and I want to blind the drone at the same time as we activate the car.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
So I would try to. I'll hack the car first,
Okay.
just so that part of the plan is solid.
Okay.
And then I want to get into the drone
Okay.
and try to be stealthy about it
Okay.
in case someone is listening.
Very well. So with that, can you first make a hacking skill check, please?
Oof. Okay.
Big oof. You hack your way into the Alto Frontier, the white one, easily able to breach your way through the security, no difficulty whatsoever. You feel like you have full control of the vehicle.
Okay. Right. So I will okay. I will
What
make
is
it so
part
that
2 of the plan?
part 2 of the plan, I will start writing, like I inject, I probably, I don't know, I probably have like a software for this already, but
Yeah.
I inject the software and connect it back to my PCD so I can activate the instructions remotely
Okay.
at my
Are
leisure.
you giving a command to the vehicle, or are you driving it manually?
I'm just giving a forced command to like lock steering wheel,
That's fine.
accelerate.
Yeah, that's fine. There's pretty basic stuff. The child's play for compared to what you've done previously.
Mm. And then I want to like I make sure the instructions can function separately in case I don't succeed on the hacking the drone, but I want to hack the drone next, and pretty much do the same thing, but
So first, let's see if your hacking attempt is going to be successful. So I'd like another hacking skill check here, please. Okay. So a 5. That's pretty good, but let me check what defenses they've got. Okay, so aerial drones. It is one of those. Okay. Luckily for yourself, 5 is just what you needed. So you definitely tell that this drone has got some defenses running. It takes you a little bit of time, but you're able to hack into the system without drawing any attention to it. you're able to get basic user privileges over the thing.
Okay. Will I be able to, with basic user privileges,
Mhm.
will I be able to?
It's enough to give it commands, verbal commands, or electronic commands. But you also get the feeling that there is, and I'll even say, given how high you rolled, as you get into the system, you can tell there's another user in here.
Yeah, I figure it's the administrator.
Mm-hmm. So with your current privileges, you can give it commands, but bear in mind if there is a higher user in here, he'll be able to overwrite it, but it will require his attention at least.
Yeah. Will I be able to wipe my tracks behind me?
No one's been able to ascertain that you're in here. It's only when you fail a check that your presence becomes known.
Cool.
So at the moment, you're scot-free. You've basically just made your way into the system and had a quick look around.
Drop.
Yes.
Can you make it so the drone uses the magazine in the gun?
Yes.
Make it.
I expect so.
Yeah, that easily.
Like,
I mean,
drop the mag.
that's just a command of opening fire and emptying the magazine. That's pretty easy. Or did you want it to just like the magazine falls out?
Yeah,
Yeah, like
disengage magazine.
Yeah, you could easily do that.
So I don't know how the drone
So I
reloads.
can. No, I can. Yeah, I mean, I expect.
Drone's capable of basically carrying out any simple task that you give it. So ejecting a magazine's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even require a check, really.
But I was thinking about like having him lose all his ammo. It's like I don't know if like the drone has like a magazine pouch that he.
It would have been given a certain number of magazines, yeah. But
Yeah.
the drone has to be able to sustain itself. It's not like you can just hand it new magazines.
And that's why I was like, can you make it so it loses all its ammo, like drops it somewhere?
Yep.
Yeah.
You certainly can.
Try to do that.
I'll write into the script like drop ammo
Yep.
and shut down camera.
Okay. Yeah. So it takes you a little while. You spend the next 10 minutes sort of preparing this script, checking it over. You've not failed any checks, so they're none the wiser that you're in their system, and you think you've got it into a place where it's ready to go.
All right. So and then I'll sync up the scripts and I'll activate them at the same time when we want to make our play.
Okay.
And then like delete scripts inside devices after
enough.
execution.
Yep. Alrighty. So you the rest of you spend the next 10 minutes just sort of working, watching Drop work his magic. And after, like I say, about 10 minutes goes past, you just see this sigh of relief from him as Drop turns around to you and says, "It's done. It's ready."
Good one, love.
Just let me know when you're ready.
So, what about the rest of you? What's your plan for this whole shindig?
Get the pistols ready. Wait for the signal.
I see.
Oh well, I don't. Depends on if there are actually gonna be guys popping out of that van or other place.
So you were able to work out there are 2 people in the van and there are 5 in the house.
Yes, we are going to be out of sight when I activate.
Did you have? I assume I went in my own car.
Yeah, I mean your transport arrangements are down to yourselves. You've got freedom. Like you said, Benjamin, not Benjamin, got that wrong, sister. John, you probably came in your own car, maybe with a couple of others. The rest are probably in Ubastay's car.
Because I have something in my car that you could use. I've got a Skylock sensor array.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what it does.
It basically allows your vehicle to perceive the world around it.
Yeah, like a big scan, isn't it?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. See if that also pops up more people or something else.
Okay. Can you make a networking, tech networking skill check, please, then, John?
Fuck yeah. Intellect. No intellect. Oof.
It's okay. So, despite only a dice roll of 2, you managed 3 successes. Nice. Okay, so you have a little look through the airways to see what else you can see. The main thing that draws your attention is the drone, but you sort of get a good impression of the nearby van as well. One of them seems to be quite lightly armored, has just a pistol in hand. The other one, however, is a bit more sort of well armed. You're able to ascertain that this individual in particular is carrying. Where's my note? He is carrying a Arms Corp Tyrant, in addition to also a number of smoke grenades and a deployable net.
Deployable net?
Mm-hmm.
He has a Armscope Tyrant, that's a shotgun.
Yeah.
Heavy pistol, you said, as well?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like I say, you get the impression these guys are probably a step up from the gangers you faced previously. They definitely look like guns for hire in terms of their armaments and whatnot.
Tell that to the group.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Alrighty. So, Drop seems ready to go with the plan. Is there anything else you guys would like to do in the meantime?
Make sure all pistols are reloaded and things like that.
There's enough. You spend some time, Ubaste, checking over your gear, making sure you're ready to go.
Those katanas seem reloaded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I have pistol as well.
You certainly do.
Are they vibro swords?
You are.
Okay, so
I'm gonna send a commute.
okay.
Cross my brain.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna say we've been tasked to look for your boyfriend, but you're currently being surveilled.
Let's see if you need to be able to.
God damn it. Such a prime. It's a good moment to say, don't worry, I love the cavalry's here.
Well, I'll do that when I actually enter the room.
Yeah. Burst through the fucking door. Cheers, Lord!
The cavalry's here! Yeah, we're looking for your boyfriend. You're currently being surveilled by heavily armed thugs. We're gonna come in and escort you out. Prepared to move quickly.
Okay, very well.
Prepare to be assimilated.
Yes. So you need to make a psionic seer skill check. Okay. Alrighty. So with that, you sort of enter into this meditative trance for a moment, Tracy. Your mind sort of goes blank, and you sort of see the various sort of outlines of the buildings around. You see a number of sort of glowing dots in the darkness, and with this, you sort of communicate your message through. Okay, yeah. You feel as though the commune was successful, and you've sort of established some kind of psionic link with the individual. You're not able to ascertain their thoughts or anything like that, but you can definitely feel as though your messages are being communicated through correctly. I think you're on mute.
Test.
There you go.
Yes, if my microphone's here, it works. If it's over here.
Yes, yeah. That gets very quiet.
Yeah.
But yes, the attempt was successful, and your message was transmuted.
Yes.
And while you're able to, while your concentration is maintained, you can send additional messages if you so wish.
Yeah, I'll send her my telephone number.
Call later. Okay. Once again, yeah, your message is sent on through, but some time goes past and there's no communication on your phone number.
She may be in trouble. There may be people inside with her.
Or she's not there at all, and they're actually waiting for her to come back home.
A few minutes go past, and you see a message come through. It simply says "help."
We need to move.
Cool.
Let's go.
All right, I activate.
Okay, you activate your trap card. So, Drop, you spring on into action, executing your script. You see the drone that was doing reconnaissance loops around the building begin to act more erratic. You see various sort of magazines drop out of the weapon, just discarded onto the nearby floor. The drone then begins to sort of meander around erroneously, like something's wrong with the system. And you can see that there is some commotion by the nearby van.
Did the car crash into the van?
The car, you see, then begin to rev up its engine, and you see it race on forward, achieving a fair bit of speed in the distance that it's got. And you see it plow into the back of the van, the doors dented on in, and a fair bit of commotion arise from the nearby van. One of the side doors opens, and you see an individual, sort of a late 20s looking woman, step on out with the side of her face looking a little bit bloody.
Let's run.
Okay.
From the van, or from the car that smashed the van?
Yeah, the car that smashed into the van didn't have anyone in it. That was Drop's work. But you see two individuals, a late 20s looking woman and a sort of mid 30s looking guy who steps on out. The guy has sort of shotgun in tow, just begins looking around, and then looks back at the sort of vehicle. The rest of you seize your moment and you jump on out, heading, I presume, towards the house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'd like each of you to make a stealth skill check, please. Given that you've got quite a few distractions going on, it should be a fairly easy task.
Straight stealth?
Stealth.
I am super stealthy.
Big tree.
Where's my stealth?
Okay, so you make your way on through, and despite not doing quite so great, Drop, you thanks to your comrades around you, they're able to sort of usher you on to the side of the house without too much difficulty. It seems as though your work has caused enough of a distraction not to draw attention to yourself, and you see these two mercenaries just sort of looking over the damage to their van in quite some dismay. Alrighty, so as you make your way through to the front of the house, you're able to see the front door as well as a side gate that seems to head down an alleyway along the side of the building itself. There also seems to be another another alleyway on the other side of the building. as well. So, who's doing what?
Well, you guys take the point. I'm just a hacker.
Take the point. I want to use shotgun, but there's an innocent inside this room.
I mean, there's, collateral damage happens.
Mhm.
Go through.
Nah.
Is the
Shield.
door closed?
The door is currently closed, yes.
Open the door.
Okay. So, you give it a good old thud, and it looks like it's currently locked.
Pick the lock. Is it electronic lock or just a normal lock?
Okay. You have a look over the lock. It seems to be an electronic lock.
Drop! Hack the lock!
Hacking lock.
I mean, I can
Okay.
take it.
Make that hacking skill check, please.
Hack the planet.
Okay, 2 wires go into the lock, and before you guys have even finished looking around to see what's going on, Drop just opens the door.
Step on in.
Go
Okay,
through the door.
so the first thing that draws your attention is you see a living room before yourself. There are 2 bodies on the ground from individuals that look like they've taken shotgun blasts to the chest.
Quincy?
Not me.
Do either of them look like what's her name?
Shinde.
Jim?
One day I'll remember that name. That is
You've
not
not
this
seen
day.
You've not seen a picture of Ying, but you look over the 2 bodies. They do not seem. They both seem to be Caucasian,
Okay.
but she could be Welsh. So
She didn't respond to help, so didn't she?
Yeah.
That's hard to do when you're dead.
How? No, I should. Oh well. How recent does it seem to be?
Okay, you have a look across the corpses. Let's see what we got. This would most definitely be a medicine check, please. Whoever is looking at them.
I'm just sweeping over.
I mean, Drop. You look at them. Yeah, they're dead.
2 successes.
Okay, so you have a quick look at the bodies. Definitely, the cause of death seems to be a shotgun blast to the torso, and pretty recent. There's like this slow pool of blood that continuously moves out and isn't dry. So you definitely get maybe in the past hour or so.
Is there any footsteps in
Recent.
blood?
Yeah, there's a couple, and they seem to all lead upstairs.
Let's go upstairs. Gonna head upstairs.
Okay, very well. I need to pee quickly, so be right back. 2 seconds.
No worries. I don't say BR either.
Alrighty. So, Tracy, you said you wanted to head up the stairs.
He went AFK as well.
There's enough.
I am here.
Hey!
So yes, up the stairs.
Okay, can you make a stealth skill check, please?
That was 5. Oof. 2.
Okay. Might be enough. Let's see what they get. Also 2. Okay, situation remains as is, so they are unaware. As you sort of make your way, you hear commotion up top. Definitely individuals moving. Sounds like rummaging more so than anything. A few voices sort of speak up saying if they found anything yet. Along with what sounds to be a woman crying.
Okay.
From which way in the apartment?
Upstairs.
Up.
So you see Tracy begin to make her way up.
Oh, I follow.
Okay. As you sort of look on up, Tracy. Right, so, roll 20 and multiple levels is always fun, but let's see what we can ascertain here. No, I didn't. I can reveal. Yeah. Give me 2 seconds.
Bars.
Okay, so, Tracy. You pan right.
Whee!
And then, Benjamin, you were going up also, correct?
Yep, Benjamin's going up.
Okay, can you
I'll
make a
join him as
stealth?
well.
Okay, whoever's going up, you need to make stealth skill checks, please. Okay, Deadshot, stealthy as fuck. How about yourself, Benjamin? Okay, nice. Wow.
Oh. Tibbity tap.
I know, right? So, Yabaste. Okay, so if you all pan right, you should be able to see the upper floor.
Mhm.
So, as you make your way across, you see 2 immediate individuals. One a Cyterian, the other one seems to be a human. One of them, the nearest one, is just keeping watch, whereas the other one seems to be actively sort of rummaging through nearby possessions, etc. They don't seem currently aware of your presence, so they are definitely somewhat alert.
Sneak attack.
Prime.
Yes.
Just before they engage.
Yes.
I lock the main door again and
Okay, yep.
create a new entry key.
Good stuff. So you shut the door and you immediately change the security key, preventing individuals from opening it.
And I'm not going upstairs until hell
I
breaks
thought as
loose.
much, yeah, which is why I kept you down on the ground. So,
Someone said sneak attack.
Sneak
good job.
attack!
Tracy, you sort of lead from the front, and as you sort of peer up, you can just see this guy, his feet as he makes his way up and down the hallway.
Sneak
Also,
up.
where it mentions dimensions, ignore that shit.
Yeah.
It was way too small, so I made it bigger.
Yeah, that 2.5 meters width is pretty tiny.
It's to scale on the map, but if there's any sort of dimensions listed, just take them at face value rather than an absolute.
Yeah, as Duke keeping watch is like looking the other way, I'm gonna swing round behind him,
Okay.
sneak it, and
Okay.
then I'm gonna unleash a combustion.
Okay. So, so before you do that, you're able to get a quick look in the room below you. The door is currently open. you see there are 2 other individuals in here.
Oh, I don't do that.
Which is, yeah, it's why I thought I'd So, you have a little look, and one of them appears to be a Cram. He has a shotgun in tow, and he's just sort of keeping an eye on the room. The other one seems to be quite a slim woman, maybe early 30s. She has a katana on her back, and she's currently in the process of, much like the Cytarian, rummaging through various possessions and whatnot. You sort of make your way through while the other guy in the hallway is turned around, and you sort of see the other 2 and immediately sort of recoil backwards as to not give away your position. How about the remainder of you, or are you just watching Tracy do her stuff?
Yeah.
Well, I prepare an action basically that if she shoots, I shoot.
Okay.
I'm spider climbing up.
Fair enough. You make your way up nearby walkways, clambering up onto the nearby ceiling. You rolled ridiculously high on your stealth, so no one's any other way, and you're just sitting there at the nearby corner of the wall, just watching them.
I'm gonna take out my shotgun.
Nice.
That's not stealthy, Quinn.
Racket. Fuck you say?
Okay, so how do you wish to proceed?
Somebody do something.
Well,
Otherwise
we're
we're gonna
waiting on
start shooting.
Rogue.
I'm gonna wanna do Cold Snap AoE,
Yeah.
but they're quite spread out.
Yeah.
Quite a few of them.
You see the last of the 5 move out from this bedroom into a neighboring one.
Does this door look like it has a lock to it?
Yes, it seems to be a turn screw manual lock.
There be any way of fashioning a way to lock it quickly?
You look around. I mean, there's some furnishings that you could probably pile up against it, but nothing that's going to be immediate, so to speak.
Do any of you carry like a barrier of some sort that you can throw up?
Unless someone holds the door shut, that could work.
Well,
Hmm.
it's only X amount of cover a door gives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I could throw in a smoke grenade otherwise.
And it's a shotgun, which does.
Throw in a real grenade and then close the door again.
Use smoke grenades now.
Yeah, throw a smoke grenade in the corridor, because I think that getting rid of these ranged people would be better, and then we'll go into the bedroom and take out this lot.
Keep in mind, they carry shotguns.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
just not fucking blasting inside the smoke.
Okay, Prime, I use one of my smoke grenades
Okay.
and throw it where Rogue just indicated.
Whereabouts? I did not see a location.
Somewhere. How wide's the radius?
Okay. So, let's take a little looky. Smoke grenades. Smoke begins bellowing forth quickly, covering an area 6 meters in radius.
So that's perfect, yeah, like there. That'll smoke you out.
It'll basically be the entire hallway.
Yeah, smoke out the hallway, that'll stop them from doing stuff, then we can run into the bedroom, slam the door, and overwhelm these 2. Make sense?
Okay.
There's a
Okay.
question.
I guess that's my action then.
So, let me just draw out a 6 meter radius sphere. Oh lordy, it's big.
Like my penis.
So, I presume about here is the
Yeah, that's about
point that
right.
you want to throw it.
Yeah.
So, to start off with then, Deadshot, can you make a thrown weapons skill check?
This is where you fail and it just ricochets, Bill.
Where is that? Up
Finesse.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so you throw it. It doesn't land quite where you intend it to. Okay, so it goes up by 2 meters. So you're slightly off with your aim. You sort of put a bit too much strength behind it, and it lands 2 meters further than you intended it to. Still does its job for the most part, but there is a little bit of area here by the bedroom where unfortunately the smoke doesn't quite reach. The grenade hits the ground. A few of them sort of look to see what this is. A couple of them duck and cover, and you see sort of smoke begin bellowing. And in a matter of like a couple of seconds, this hallway is just filled with this thick black smoke. Right. I think from there, we're going to roll from initiative, please.
Whoop, whoop.
And initiative was reflex and foresight added up, right?
2d10 plus reflex plus foresight. Yes.
You can macro that as well.
You can.
I know. Can you post yours, Linda?
Yeah.
I think it's this.
Ooh.
That's surprisingly high for me. But I'm
No,
not gonna
right.
lie.
Is there? Where's your token gone? Okay.
That is the macro that I'm using.
And does that
But
also add it to the turn order for Dean?
Yeah. And the 3 and the 2 is mine. Reflex and foresight, of course.
Yeah, makes sense.
Makes sense. And then we've got. Do you want to roll as well, please, Drop?
Oh yeah, sorry. I was just writing
Okay.
notes.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's
sorry,
pretty good.
I don't know what that just. Oh,
You have to select your character as well, by the way. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like if you don't select the character, it's not added.
True that. So, Drop, you sort of hear commotion begin to break on out upstairs. Hurried sort of footsteps and whatnot, and a smoke grenade going off.
All right, that's my cue. I'll move on up.
Okay.
I just move a bit up the. No, wait, no. I'm actually gonna stay down here.
Okay. Sure.
And listen for other people trying to get in.
Okay. Sure.
And then I'm going to scan the net again, as I did at the at Kurt's flat.
Fair enough. Can you make a tech networking skill check, please?
Oh.
Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. So you're able to tell a few things from here. First and foremost, there seems to be 2 Arms Corp tyrants. There seems to be... sorry, 2 seconds. One of them seems to have an AK-62. You're also able to tell that one of them has a Colt Centurion, which is a submachine gun. And the rest seems to have a mix of light and heavy pistols. Colt Falcons and R8 Reavers.
So 1 AK and 1 SMG.
1 AK, 1 SMG, 2 shotguns, 4 pistols.
I'm gonna focus on the SMG first, I think, and
Okay.
hopefully shut it down before they can make their first attack.
Sure, okay. So, with that, unfortunately, scanning the network alone is a standard action too.
Oh, right, yeah, shit.
So you'll have to hack on your next turn. But hey, at least I guess you probably send the rest of your teammates what they're up against in terms of gear. Alrighty. Anything else that you'd like to do?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Deadshot.
Yes. I would like to shoot.
Okay.
Using both the pistols.
Okay.
So it was a -2 on the attack roll because I'm
Correct.
using the pistol, right?
Correct.
Um,
Oh, lolly.
Darkness.
because this is still a bit confusing for me.
And half the map's gone.
There we go. Now we can clearly see who's in the fucking zone of death.
So I have a pool of 13 for
Okay.
the attack.
Sure.
So
So if you're dual wielding, you'll have 11.
yeah, so it's a -2.
Correct?
And was there something else that I need to do?
Depends what type of attack you're making.
I wanted to make the
So you're using a arms court mauler, correct?
yes, and I would like to use the burst fire.
Okay,
So
yep.
it's a recoil of 3, so that's -3 as well on the
Yep.
attack roll.
So -5 in total. But you get 3 attacks with each weapon.
Yes.
So if you're dual wielding, you have 6 attacks.
Oh, why is this so confusing? So it's slash roll. What I find confusing now is just how to type the roll on D20. So
Yeah, I've started using Dinios's macro, and that makes it very, very simple.
yeah, I should do that as well. Exclamation mark. So all these symbols I never use.
So which one are you attacking out of interest? The one nearest to Ubaste and Tracy, I presume? The one that's not in the smoke?
I actually don't think that worked. The one I want to attack, I think this was an enemy, right?
It is, but he's also in the smoke, so it'll make the shot more difficult.
How much of a penalty would that be?
That is a good question. Let me check.
Does this help?
Alright, so it will be... Sorry, 2 seconds.
Why is my fucking notepad crashed? How the fuck does that happen? God.
It's considered to be heavily obscured, so...
There's nothing working.
What? It sounds like you're having a fun time.
Well, my issue is that like I can't even enter the windows. Like
What?
Switch windows.
Did Explorer crash?
I think that's what happened. I can open Task Manager.
restart the Windows Explorer.
Windows D.
Okay, it is a -4 to shoot into the heavily obscure region.
Okay. And Rogue's
So dual wielding, recoil free, -4. So you are looking at -9 for your attacks.
Okay. In that case, I think I don't want to attack that.
Okay. If you go for this one by Tracy, you won't suffer the -4.
Okay, so I'll go for that one then.
Okay, so just the -5.
Okay, so I already rolled that. You want to use that?
Yeah, that's fine by me if it's the right number. So in that case, I am making. So we've got a 5, we've got a 4, a dice full of 9 for this guy. First attack hits.
Okay. Oh, I could have also used the steady action before.
Take aim, buddy.
Ah,
Learning.
ah. I'm gonna write a fucking macro for the entire thing. So that does damage.
It does. Roll your damage.
Because that's a 3d6. Then that's ×2.
No, you're doing one attack at a time. The fact that you're dual wielding gives you double the number of attacks. Oof, big punch. What's your pen?
3.
Okay, this guy seems more armored, but you do a fair bit of damage to the guy. Yeah, he's not in the best of conditions. Second attack. You need to roll to hit.
Oh, I need to roll to hit.
Mhm. Okay, second attack unfortunately misses. Third attack. Third attack hits, so we'll take the damage roll that you did earlier.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Fourth attack. Fifth attack. Oof.
So we use the
Fifth
12
attack
then?
hits, yeah.
Okay. So then last attack.
Yep. That's not what I wanted. Yes, so two damage rolls, please. Oof. Okay, so Tracy, as you see Deadshot throw the smoke grenade, he sort of makes his way up past yourself. And with a quick sort of two quick bursts of his automatic pistol, you see him just completely take down the first guy, peppered with bullet holes.
Nice.
Now I need to make the reload save.
2, please.
And
You
that
have
was just a D10, right?
D10, yes. You are looking for... It's probably enough. Okay.
Reload was 2.
Then yes, you're fine. Alrighty. So, anything else at all, Deadshot?
S- I'm gonna take aim
Okay.
at
Good
this
stuff.
guy, I guess.
Sure.
Because I have to select someone, right?
No, you can just say you're taking aim.
Okay, I'll take aim.
Okay. Good stuff. So, after Deadshot is John. You begin to hear bullets ringing on out.
Oh, yes, the sound of victory. I'm gonna move here.
Okay, yeah, sure.
6 movement.
Yep.
And then I use the shotgun.
Oh, shit. Okay, so you'll be able to get both of them with this.
It's on the medium choke at the moment.
Okay.
Don't
Good.
want to damage.
Yeah.
If I had it on the short range, everyone would get fucking hit.
Bad time.
Let's take a key.
Alrighty, so you burst firing, single firing. What are
I'm
you doing?
taking aim and double tapping.
Okay, good stuff. So the one nearest to you is quite a burly guy. So he has got a dice pool of 11.
Do I roll individually for each one I try to hit, or do I roll one for everyone?
You roll once to hit, and then I compare each of the target's rolls to that number.
Let's see what the penalty is for double tapping. Recall 2. Yeah, they're in the short range, and I took aim, so that's +2 as well, so it's normal roll.
Okay, good stuff.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay, yeah, you hit both of them in the first fire. Roll your damage, please.
46. 3p.
Yeah, I rolled one dice too many for the first one, so I'll take off one pass so it hits both of them.
Three
Ooh.
penetration.
Okay, so they seem fairly heavily armored, but nevertheless, your shotgun blast sort of rips through pieces of their armor. There's shrapnel scrapes across their body. Second shot, please.
5 successes.
Okay, so a miss on the first guy. Miss on the second one, unfortunately.
Alright.
They sort of turn around and wise up to the guy standing over them with a fucking shotgun blast.
Alright, no reload.
One hit at least.
Yeah. That's my turn.
Alrighty, so Tracy, you see John run into the room and start shooting off shotgun blasts.
Nice. I'm gonna come to about there. Kind of up against the wall.
Yep.
I'm gonna unleash a combustion.
Okay,
Those two, so short and wide.
there's enough.
So I need to do. Oppose is foresight and reflex.
Okay,
Just my psionics energy.
so 9 for the big guy. Oof, that's a lot of passes. And then a 9 for the second guy as well. Okay, both of them seem to succeed, so half damage.
13, 12, so 6.
Okay, nice. Yeah, they don't seem to have any resistance to your heat damage, so it does full effect. They're starting to look a little bit worse for wear. Combination of the shotgun blast they just took and also being set on fire. You see various sort of furnishings in the carpet just begin to smolder a little bit. You unleash this flamethrower on them. Anything else, Tracy?
No, that's it.
Okay, so mercs are up. Right, yeah. Okay.
Second.
The quick chick, she's easier to do. She pulls out a katana from her back and she runs towards you, Tracy.
Okay.
She is going to make 3 attacks with the katana. Right, so this will be 3 against yourself. So what we got? So endurance plus reflex, please.
Plus reflex. 10.
Okay. She slices down your the side of your arm for 8 physical, 3 pen.
So I've got 6 resist.
Okay, so the 3 pen takes it down to 3, so reduce the damage by 3. So you take 5 hit points lower damage. Second attack.
Ah, that's better.
Nice. Yeah, you dodge out of the way of that one. And then finally the last. Boo, bad roll. Yeah. You sort of wise on up, and after taking the first to dodge out of the way of the other two. The other guy, he's going to turn around to the Cyterian next to him.
Turn
Uh,
around.
He's going to try and unload his shotgun into yourself, Quincy.
What was that? Oh yeah.
The big guy next to you,
Yeah,
he turns around and you see his tyrant sort of get aimed towards you. He is also going to double tap against you, so he's going to take a 2 recoil on this.
Try to tap me.
Oh, yes. Okay, first blast.
Oh.
Yeah, despite being point blank range, you just seem to maneuver around the guy, and then second.
Oh, he hits.
Oh, okay, so he does manage to land 1 onto you. Okay, so this is 4d6.
When you should have sagged.
Okay, so 17 physical, 3 pen.
All right, I take 10 damage.
Oof. You just see, unfortunately, you see John just take a shotgun blast to the chest. Alrighty. The rest of you hear commotion in the smoke. Some shouting begins to cry out from inside, but they seem to be running away from you rather than towards. Alrighty, you Baste.
Okay. Should I start with going like climbing around the wall here? Maybe. Can I climb around the corner?
Yeah, so you clamber on inside, just as this woman is basically just striking into Tracy, who's trying her best to hold her own.
And I wanna stab him with my sword.
Oh, yes. Alrighty, so. Oof. First attack, she's able to see you coming from a mile off and ducks out of the way.
Fuck.
How many attacks are you making?
I guess I could make 3 swords.
Yeah, you can make up to 3 if you'd like.
Might as well try and slice her down.
Okay. Second attack, please.
Yep.
Okay, unfortunately another miss, and then third time's the charm.
Or is it?
Yeah, there you go. Managed to get the last one in. Nice. Okay. Yeah, you're able to give her a good old slice up the back. She is not looking too great. Good stuff. So with that, drop. You hear all manner of commotion now ringing out from upstairs. There are shotgun blasts going off. There are machine pistols firing off sword fights. There's all manner of commotion up there.
Have any of the weapons gone offline from the scan?
No, not yet. They're all there.
I'm going to... I want to take the SMG offline.
Okay, sure. So you target the SMG that you found earlier.
Yeah.
You have a little look to see what you can do. I presume you're going to try and seize the device. Right. So let's have a little look here. I can't remember the check off the top of my head. Computing actions. Seize device. Okay. So you need to make a tech hacking skill check, please. You're looking for a success target of 3 here. Just managed. So, in the fury of the moment, sort of, you get distracted or momentarily, but you're able to pull on through. And just when you think it's not work, you hear sort of this cry as a guy upstairs drops the submachine gun on the ground as it sort of sparks electricity.
Success.
The submachine gun is offline.
That is also an action 2.
It is, yes.
Okay. I will prepare. For next, I'm gonna prepare to. Yeah. Well, I keep watch on the scan
Okay.
to see if any go offline and prepare for the next
Okay.
round.
Fair's enough. Deadshot.
Yeah. I'm gonna run into the room.
Okay, sure.
So, this guy's the enemy.
Both of them. This one and this one. The one nearest to you seems to be quite a fast, agile chick. She's basically trying to carve Tracy up with a katana. The other one is in a shotgun off with John.
I'll take on the shotgunner guy.
Okay.
So since I've moved into the room, I'm gonna take aim again.
Okay.
And now let's go test this out. So I'm gonna attack him with the pistols again for burst
Okay.
fire.
You do take a -1 because there is a melee individual next to you.
Okay. And if I were to like stand here, can I
That's
still-
fine. That's all good.
Okay. So let's see if this works. Wonderful. Does not work.
Sad times.
Damn
Alright.
it. Or I just have to just. Oh. Okay, we'll just go back to how we used to do this. So.
How are you failing this hard with macros? It's simple. It's copy and paste. Alrighty, you let loose the first shot, unfortunately missing. Second shot also misses. Third shot misses.
Please stop winning.
Fourth shot misses. Fifth one rings out and misses. Okay. You sort of make your way over, but this guy you can't seem to get through his armor, unfortunately.
And he was. Are you sure I didn't attack the agile one, right?
This guy looks beefy as fuck. You know, he's quite well armored and it doesn't seem to be able to do anything.
Okay, so I need to make the reroll.
You do?
That's a pass, and that's a pass.
Nice. Good stuff. So, with that, John.
Shotgun battle. I'm damaged, so I'll take one less die.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay, you fire off your first blast. Missing on that guy. What about the agile?
I don't know, because there's allies in the way now.
Okay, so you're aiming it towards the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So ignore that second roll then.
Alright, I'll shoot him again. That's a bit better. There you go.
Hey, there you go.
Scroll up to the damage for you. 15 3 penetration.
Ooh. Okay. He is not looking good. You reckon you've got some pretty hearty damage penalties for that guy now.
There you go. Roll lower dice, bastard.
Oh yes.
That's
okay, good stuff. Do you want to just make a reload check? And then...
Boop. Yeah, fine.
Nah, you've got this. Alrighty, Tracy.
My microphone was muted. I gonna.
You have a quick look at the two that are around you, and especially with the thanks to Ubaste and also John, they're looking pretty beat up, these two.
I think I'm gonna shoot one of them.
Okay.
Probably
Which one?
Samurai Girl.
Okay.
I think that's gonna be the best.
Unfortunately, you do have 2 melee next to you, so you're going to take a -2 for this.
Okay. Let's try it anyway.
What's the worst that happens?
So I shoot some of our friendlies.
We're just trying out the system.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Need to probe this aspect as well.
Yep. Right. So it's guns automatic for the pistol.
Correct. And then, are you single or burst or full auto, whatever you want to do?
I'll just do single.
Okay, so you won't take any recoil penalties for this, but you only get 1 attack.
Yeah. So it's 9. So I've got -2 for melee.
Correct.
-1 for being damaged.
Yes.
So
That
that's
should be about it.
okay.
She's okay. I was going to say she's a bit beaten up, so unfortunately, yeah, you sort of take your shot quickly, but she sort of parries your weapon before you're able to land the hit. Unfortunately.
Okay. And then
And can you make a reload check, please?
Yes.
2 or higher is all you need.
Okay. It's just a D10.
Just a straight D10.
Fine.
Yeah, you got this. Okay, so right, gangers are up. Yeah, they're not in the best of places. The ones up top are just going to reinforce their position, wait for the smoke to hopefully finish off. Right, okay, Samurai Girl next to you. She sort of turns around and thinks Ubaste is probably the bigger threat. So she's going to try and skewer you, Ubaste. 3 attacks. Unfortunately, she is taking -2 from these, so she's only got a dice pool of 8 now. First.
Right, and defend. I made a
Endurance
button.
plus reflex.
Yeah, I made a button for it. I guess it's the right one.
Nice. Okay, yeah, you easily parry her first attack. Second attack. Second attack is no problem for you. And then the final one. Yeah. No match for you in a sword fight. You're able to see her attacks coming and easily outmaneuver her. As for big shotgun guy,
I love how that sword fight was statistically accurate.
Damn straight. Right. Who's he gonna go for? Okay, he turns around for a moment, sees the psionic next to him, thinks it'll be an easier time to finish you off first, Trace. So you just see this shotgun get pointed towards you, and he's going to try and blow you into the next room. This is going to be a double tap against you. But he's also taken a lot of damage, so his dice pool is not looking great.
Okay.
Okay, so 2 seconds. Just need to check what I'm rolling here. Okay. So with that, sorry, 2 seconds. What's his recoil on this? Double tap recoil 2. Okay, so dice pool is 7. So first blast against.
What do I need to roll? Was it
Endurance plus reflex, and then any damage penalties. Ooh. Yeah, easily move out of the way of the first blast. second. Oof, sad roll right there. You're able to duck and dodge out of the way of these shotgun blasts, and yeah, he's not able to get the connect. As he also finishes off the second blast, you see the magazine pop out of the weapon, and he looks down, quite disgruntled. Alrighty, Yubaste.
I guess I'm gonna continue stabbing into the guy in front of me.
Yep.
Oh,
You easily roll the damage, please. Okay, with your first attack, you just skewer the sword straight through her, and she falls to the ground.
nice. Then I will go here.
Yep, you move on. I presume the other two attacks against this guy? Okay, first attack. Roll the damage, please. Oof. Okay, he's just still up. Last attack. Let's see if you can finish him off. You certainly can. Final bit of damage? Yes, and as you finish off the first guy, you move around to the second, you just skewer the second one.
Nice.
Alrighty, do you stay where you are, or do you move into position to attack the others?
Sure, I will. I don't know. I'm a bit worried that they will just shoot me up when the smoke is clear.
Mhm.
Actually, in the stairway here, is
Yes.
that a wall between them? Can I go over here? Sort of stand on
It is, yeah.
Then
Yep.
I'll go over there and be covered.
Okay. Drop. You have a little look across, and you can definitely see that the gunfire has certainly brought the attention of the two outside. They are making their way towards the entrance
Okay.
to get to probably about, say, here.
Still safe.
Yeah.
I just keep a look for the signals
Cool.
and yeah,
Okay.
just make sure they don't get in right now.
Yeah,
I will-
there's still some distance they need to clear. But they're
Rounds, do you
definitely
think?
running at a pace.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just send a quick note to the guys upside.
Yep.
Two incoming shortly.
Okay.
And
The rest of you sort of see this message pop on through from Drop.
And what's the status on the guns?
Okay,
Upstairs?
so you're starting to see a few devices become inactive. They don't drop off the network because they're still online, but you can definitely tell that the number of weapons that are actively firing is decreasing. One of the shotguns have dropped off, as well as quite a few of the pistols. It seems the only ones that are left are two heavy pistols, one shotgun, and an AK-62.
Okay. Since it's a CQB environment, I'm gonna try and take on the shotgun.
Okay. So make your hacking check, please. Once again, success target of 3. Breeze. The shotgun just immediately starts to malfunction, and it drops offline off the network.
Okay.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Alrighty, Deadshot to finish the round.
Well, these guys are dead. There's new people approaching.
There are indeed.
like, can I like stand like here? I actually, because of the smoke,
Yeah.
I kind of lost what the map layout was.
Yeah.
But like, can I like stand here or something, overlooking the stairs? That's from a way that they probably don't see me.
Yeah, they won't see you, and you probably won't see them.
Oh, I will probably not see them. Okay.
I mean, you're standing in the middle of the smoke grenade, so yeah, the
Okay.
entire area is just incredibly difficult to see through.
Um, I can hear them coming up, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, like Drop says, they're only just approaching. There's still some time before they reach you.
I
Decisions.
I
What
don't
will
know
you
what
do?
to do. I'll just stand here and do nothing, I guess.
Fair enough. You sort of bask in the victory of your.
Well,
your teammates.
I don't know what to do, so.
Fair enough. Right, that ends the round. And do we want to end the session there? We can pick up the next round of combat.
Yeah, sounds good.
Time.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine with that.
Alrighty. Thank you very much, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that.
Oh yeah.
The investigation continues.
How do swords work then? You can choose between 1 to 3 attacks.
Correct.
All right.
But you don't suffer recoil, obviously, like you would with a firearm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rolls are a
Need
bit
to
lower,
reload that sword.
But yeah, most melee weapons will give you the choice of between 1 to 3 attacks, and then sort of you can spend as many action points as you want.
And as I understand it, I don't get any benefit from just doing one attack. It's just the same.
Exactly. It's more so a question of whether you want to spend your turn doing other things.
Yeah.
So, for example, you could help an ally for 2 and then do 1 attack if you wanted. The option's there. It's flexibility. But yeah, like I say, hope you guys enjoyed that, and we'll see how this bloodbath continues in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I enjoy it very much.
Oh, good stuff. That's the important thing.
Cool.
Currently working on a macro which should hopefully auto-calculate penalties when you reach a certain threshold.
Oh, that'll be good. Yes, you've got 2 weeks, Sindris, to work on your macro skills.
I'm done.
There's only 2 macros you need. Initiative and for checks.
That's not true. We also need one for the reload.
Oh wow, a D10.
Yes.
Need a macro for that?
I mean, why wouldn't you need a macro for that?
I mean, it's probably better to standardize your damage rolled macro, so that one happens a bit more often. If Prime doesn't fucking roll fucking high for defense.
Sorry, man.
Prime, what's the standard defense roll? Was that endurance?
Endurance plus reflex
Yeah.
is the bog standard for physical attacks, yeah. Or at least most physical attacks.
I've got 3 buttons. Initiative, action, dodge. Unless, oh yeah, right, my...
Well, you managed to get a few attacks in, John. It wasn't completely in vain, at least. But these guys definitely seem to be a lot more trained than the goons that you were fighting previously.
These dice need to explode.
Yeah.